Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Here we take a look at the Cardano chart and the Bitcoin chart, and we can see that the market is sort of still moving sideways. Not much has happened. We take a look at the latest developments. Nevertheless, you can see that here on the Bitcoin chart from that wave 3 to the upside here that we had here. No, I think it was actually here. We have moved to, we're currently moving into a wave 4 before we then, in my view, should see that wave 5, which is somewhere up there in the region of 72k. Now, what you can see, it's basically a confirmed downtrend. We've broken below the 62.5k level. Above that level, it was still possible to continue to move to the upside, but now we have a confirmed downtrend. Basically, because just based on the Elliott Wave rules, a impulsive move to the upside is now not possible anymore in that scenario. And you can also see here now on the smaller scale that we probably had here from up here. Yeah, we had a, we can see that wave count here. So you have a wave 1, 2, 3. This might now be the 4 within which we are before you then actually continue your final wave 5. So as you probably know, possibly know, within the Elliott Waves here from 3 to 4, you will also have a smaller 5-wave structure, which we can already identify. So you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and that indicates and confirms, at the moment at least it's looking like that we will get into this target range for Bitcoin between 54 and 57k. I certainly expect that. Yeah, I certainly expect that now. Whereas when we were up here, we were really in the limbo, and I told you, look, it can really be 50% down, 50% up. The market doesn't know what it's doing at the moment. And however, now the market has decided, and the market has decided for a move down. That is why, based on the Elliott Wave Fibonacci retracement levels, we will get into this range. You know, this is what the rules are telling us. From here, I personally expect the move to the upside to around 72k in a completion of that wave 5. Then there is also a more bearish scenario which could take us actually all the way down below 50k. If we get below 50, then we can look at prices in the 30k range in the end. You know, that would be a bearish scenario. I don't really want to outline that on the chart here because I personally don't believe it will happen, at least not yet. So that would, well, I can show it. It would be it would be based on us having a ABC correction, a large ABC. So that would assume, you know, we came down here in an A, have a wave B up here, and come down in a wave C to one of these, well, it must be this red line here at around 29k or even lower. And again, I don't think personally that is going to happen, but based on the Elliott Wave counts and the rules, this is a possible and a valid scenario, which is just why I want to show it to you, because I think people always need to be aware that these things can happen, and not that everybody is surprised suddenly, you know, if we suddenly go lower because everybody on YouTube is just telling everybody, you know, it's just going to go up, it's just going to go up. I personally believe we are still not in the phase where we are entering the bear market, but based on the Elliott Wave counts and the method and the rules, this is entirely possible. This would then have been an overshooting B wave. We've basically come up too high, but it's still basically possible based on the rules. And after that, we would now potentially see the beginning of a wave C, which I, first of all, don't hope it will happen, and I also don't think it will happen. And I base that on the other indicators that you can, like the pi cycle indicator for Bitcoin that I presented on this channel before. And I also don't think it will happen because of the stock to flow model, which we haven't reached the target price yet. We've touched it, yeah, but we haven't reached it. On the other hand, you could then say, right, that stock to flow model predicted price is only a moving average as well, so it could basically have been resistance, and now we're dropping off to the downside. But again, personally, I don't think it will happen. Not with the current market sentiment. I think this is now another correction before we then continue our way up into the range of 72k. So just have to be a bit patient. Black Friday sale, that is my view. Maybe on Friday, ironically, we might get actually into that range. That will be Black Friday Bitcoin for everybody, and after that we should see the price go up. That is my expectation, but as I said, the other scenario is a possibility. Don't think it's very likely, but it is possible, and I have to show it to you based on the Elliott Wave rules, because that is what I'm doing. I'm just applying the rules here, and then I can tell you what I personally think is going to happen. Cardano following Bitcoin at the moment. Yeah, as I said, just moving sideways on the ADA BTC chart. Here we are on the 4-hour chart. Still, we touched again the 233-day moving average. Yeah, so we've dropped below the 200-day moving average. This here is the 233-day moving average, that yellow line now. And it seems to really provide support here. So we are below the 20, we are below the 50-day moving average still, at a pretty low level. And as I said before, I expect now further price drops as well. As Bitcoin is dropping further, that is still what I expect. ADA is going to drop as well a little bit more. And I showed you that on the other chart here from Binance. Again, just a different exchange, but I've got this outlined here, my target area. We already came into the target area. So from that point of view, it's all good. You know, we've reached the target area, but I think it is unlikely that if Bitcoin is going down, that Cardano is now going up. Even though it is a possibility, even though many people don't believe it will happen, I think we need to see Bitcoin go up for Cardano then also to finally get that breakout to the upside. And I will get into that if we take a look at the ADA BTC chart. So still, I would expect we come down once more, and we could come down in that scenario here as low as 145. So this is, again, I was asked in a previous video, I will never explain why, but actually I do, I think, because these are fib levels, and in a, we are currently still in a wave 3, in a large wave 3 here to the upside. And in that temporary correction here, which we are currently doing, the target level for a correction is between the golden pocket, which we've touched here, the 0.618 fib level, and the 0.786 fib level. That is based on the Elliott Wave rules, the ideal level from which you can then expect a turnaround to the upside, and the turnaround should take you at least to the one there you can see the wave 3 here, number 3. It will take you at least to the 1.618 fib level. That is here at 440, but the wave 3, as you might know, is normally the longest wave, not only in terms of how long it takes, but also in terms of strength and potential and percentage. So that normally overshoots the 1.618. So it can actually go all the way up to the 200%, maybe even higher. That is not rare. That is why I think, in this target range somewhere here, between 440, 450 and 520, we should land in that wave 3 before you then get another wave 4 and a wave 5 to the upside. That could take us, to 6, maybe 7 US dollars, maybe maybe even higher. Maybe even the wave 3 will be higher, but I don't try here to pretend or to give you any crazy prices. I try to stay realistic as well, and in the end, if we're in the end a little bit higher, I think we are all happy and it's all good. Now looking at ADA BTC, again, it's continuing to flatten out here, which indicates that this turnaround really might be around the corner, as I said I think yesterday or 2 days ago in my video. So that turnaround here, I'm talking about ADA then starting to outperform Bitcoin. We continue to see here a bullish divergence on the chart. That's all what I want to see here to break out eventually, maybe over the 50 line here on the daily on the ADA BTC chart. Would also be a breakout above the 20-day moving average and a breakout above the descending wedge here. Now we've already had a death cross here, which in the end is not necessarily a big problem. We had that before as well. And such a death cross, it just happens from time to time. The thing is, it's lagging behind sometimes. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it at the moment, but we'll see. It is an indicator that can work, but it doesn't have to work all the time. So it just indicates that it's actually expected a longer downtrend. But overall, the confluence of other factors are telling me that we are going to have a turnaround here to the upside really soon. And yeah, it has overall taken longer than expected. I need to say that. It has taken much longer than expected, but it's nothing. If you take a look at the chart, we've done it before like that. And this was exactly here, very similar pattern. And we're just doing it again. So just waiting for the break to the upside. That's what I'm doing. Wait, I have a little bit of money still aside to wait for a further dip and then buy in more. Not only Cardano, but other cryptos as well. Hope you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.